Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. For me, it's fast day because I'm still going off of the ADF challenge. And I am a Black widow today. Hence the black, which I don't wear too often anymore, actually. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So from today's title, you can see you'll only leave the table when you've had enough of what's being served. This could relate to a lot of things in life. But I do have an example I do want to refer to. All right. Good evening, everyone. On your way in, hit the like button, please. And we could get into the topic. As I start exploring other topics other than weight loss and diet, it's time to develop self, because you could lose weight and still do fat chick things. And we don't want that. Actually, you could start changing the mentality before you even lose weight. A lot of times you change the mentality and it allows you to lose weight, and sometimes it's vice versa. Actually, for me, I started changing my mentality, and then I was like, okay, this weight has to go because I need to look how I think I should look to get the respect, garner, the attention that I need to succeed in this world. So I don't know who told me to make a TikTok, because that place is dangerous. As far as like content you could watch, you could death scroll for hours and you could find anything on anything on anything. But virally, there's this woman who is in a relationship with a man, and apparently she had 3 jobs, and she was asking she was asking viewers, does your man get mad at you when you ask him for money? And the video ended up going viral all the way to the shade room. And once it goes to the shade room, once it goes to the shade room, yikes. But it reminded me, I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, that's messed up. How do you have a man in your house? He's not doing anything. You're here working 3 jobs and he's mad at you because you're not seeing your children or your child, and you're working 3 jobs. And, what is he contributing? And he doesn't want to give you $10. It's not even like you're asking for a lot. Everybody was like, that's messed up. And I thought it was messed up. I did. But watching the video of her, right? Watching her talking to the camera, she said she ultimately wants a provider, right? And then, do you women have issues with asking your men for money? But she didn't look like a woman that would be provided for, right? And that's not to say that she doesn't deserve provision, but she doesn't look like the type to be provided for. Because I realized, maybe later than I should have, that masculine women attract feminine men. So in connection to the title, you only walk away from the table when you're tired of being served. When you feel like you can't do better, or you have low self-value, you have low self-worth, you're going to be stuck in situations that you think you deserve to be in. She's not being held hostage, and she's not really leaving much. Would she be breaking up a family? Sure, she would. But it's not much of a family if this person that went half on a baby with you is not doing much to help you, and you over here looking like all everything he put you through. You look like the world is on your shoulders. It's okay to take accountability while still knowing, hey, I don't deserve this. But you can only do that when you're self-aware enough to know, like, hey, I don't like how I'm being treated. I don't like where this is going, and I think I deserve more. Actually, I know I deserve more. When you're losing weight, right? You come to a point where you're like, I have to do something. I have to do something. Hi everyone coming in. I have to do something. I don't like how I look. I don't like how I feel. I don't feel like I am in my true form, being overweight or obese or, God forbid, morbidly obese. Okay? You'll only decide to walk away from any situation that's no longer serving you when you are full of the nonsense. And I've been there. I have been there. I've been in way too many situations longer than it needed to, so many times. And if anybody can relate, let me know. But when it comes to improving yourself, looking better, wanting to achieve more, it's like you have to come to that point where, I think I'm good and damn ready to stop wasting my time, stop being mistreated, stop hating myself, stop undervaluing myself, you know? It comes a point in time where you are just so full and it's time to walk away. I recently had to do that because after a while, when you're in a situation that is not serving you, you start to become dead on the inside. It really, like, you start to become dead on the inside, and that's how you know it's time to do something. Usually you can only be in discomfort for so long. The human body is not designed to stay in discomfort for long, whether that's mentally or physically. You ever been in a situation that just like made you just so sad? And you were in your brain, you're thinking of like all the ways that you could escape this, any way to find a way out. That was the desperation I was describing in my beginner ADF video, like the second one I did. It's a desperation that needs to come on when you are sick and tired of what's going on in your life. And it's funny because that same woman, like after the world done chewed her out, like, why are you staying there? What are you doing? Why did you allow this? Because they are together for 7 years. Why are you staying so long? What is the point? She made a follow-up video defending him. Um it reminds me of Stockholm Syndrome when you're just like defensive to your quote unquote abuser or the person that has you like enslaved. You start to defend your enslaver. When you've been together that long, it's hard to just walk away. Like, you've invested time, the sunken cost fallacy. I've put in this much time. Why not just keep going and see what comes of it? Maybe I could change it. Maybe it'll go up. Maybe this the tide will turn. Maybe this is the year. Maybe he'll find this, and maybe I'll do that. And one day I'll get. It would have happened. It would have happened by now. So that means her defending her man means she's not ready to walk away from the table. She's not full, and she may never be. Who knows? She's on the edge because she made the video. She made the video asking like, "Hey, this doesn't feel right." She's starting to become aware. And that's good. That's good. You're starting to become aware. She's like, "Yeah, this doesn't feel right. Are you guys going through this as well?" And people are like, "Girl, if I can't ask my man for $30, what am I sleeping next to him for?" Yikes. What good is a partner if he can't help you? You got to go to your mom. You got to go to your sister. That's weird. That's weird. And it's giving very self-sufficient. And if that's the case, you don't need a man. Like, you don't need a man. She's not ready to walk away. A lot of people who have what they have wanted it. Whether you have a house, whether you have a car, whether you have the bag, whether you did the weight loss, whatever you have in your life, whatever you have as in a possession, own, not that's not like super mandatory. Whatever you own in your life is because you wanted it. It's because you wanted it. Whatever you desired, like want, and it's not yours yet, it's simply because you don't want it that bad. And although it's simple and it sounds as trip, it really is. Anything that you don't have is because you don't want it that bad. I wanted to move out of my mom's place so bad. And that pushed me to do Vlogmas when I was revamping my channel in 2021. Okay? I revamped my channel. I put out Vlogmas. One of those videos went viral. I decided, okay, I'm going to make 3 videos a week and see what comes of this income, because I only had a part-time job as a preloader. I wasn't even a supervisor at that. I was a preloader at a ground shipping company overnight, part-time. So I was making pennies a week, pennies a week. Okay. And I decided to put my all into YouTube just to see if I can make enough money to get an apartment, because I wanted to move out of my mom's house after a failing or a failed relationship with my 8-year long partner. I had to go. And I worked. I worked. I worked. There were 3 videos a week. 3 videos a week. I wanted it bad. One of those videos blew up and went viral. Off of that viral video, I was able to secure an apartment where I live till this day. And that was 2.5 years ago. How did this happen? Because it needed to happen. In my brain, it needed to happen. It had to happen. It needed to happen, or else. It felt like breath, it felt like water, it felt like air. I wanted it, and guess what? I got it. When I wanted to leave a previous role that I had that made me miserable, okay? It made me miserable. The entire environment just was against my being. I applied to any job, any job. I didn't say, okay, it'll get better, or maybe if I'll just tough it out. No, I I applied to any role, whether I qualified it for it or not. And guess what? I got the role. I got the role. And I left that job that brought me so much stress. Why did that happen? Because it had to happen. It needed to happen. It was a desperate move because anything was going to be better than where I was now. It was water, it was air, it was breath. And if I stayed where I was going to mentally die. Okay? There's things that happen in life where you're comfortable with it. For the longest time, I was I felt like I was cute. I was like, okay, I'm still pulling off this, this weight. The weight don't look so bad. It's okay. It's okay. I can still fit. I'm not a 16. I've been a 14. And all of a sudden I was reaching 16 and I was like, huh, yeah, about that. And then I saw a picture of myself. And then I was like, okay, it's go time. It was a desperation at that point because I've been trying to lose weight my entire life. Things only come to those that want it bad enough. People want to say, "Oh, my mental state, and I don't have somebody to help, and because of." I hate to say it, but they are excuses. They're excuses. If you could find a way to talk yourself out of it, it's an excuse. It's not a reason. It's an excuse. Especially if it's something that you really want. Especially if it's something that you really, really want. It could be fear of failure, even worse, fear of success, fear of change. Who will you be? There could be a lot of reasons why, but you have to understand that isn't an excuse because for those that want it bad enough, and this is beyond like just alternate day fasting. If you just want to lose weight, if you want to change your career, if you want to get the life you just dream of, like you have to work in accordance with the goal, or it's just not that important to you. And that's okay. That's okay to want something and not want to pursue it, as long as you're honest about it. Don't see others and be like, "Oh, yeah, that's something I could do in the future," or "Oh, yeah, that's." Don't discredit others for putting in the work. Maybe that route isn't yours. Maybe how they get there isn't yours, but you can't deny that you want it too. Don't deny that you want that outcome. There's people that, oh, this is quite common when um women are being like taken care of, like spoiled and pampered. There was another video I saw of this woman. She was in a restaurant with her husband on anniversary, right? And they were in a restaurant for their anniversary, a husband and wife, and the husband sent over like this maybe 4 dozen roses bouquet to his wife as she sat there, like the just huge massive bouquet of roses came to her. And on the side you can hear somebody saying, "Oh, I don't even like roses. Oh, that's too much." Like on the side, like not even a part of the party, like on the outside of the video you could hear this off-screen voice saying, "I don't even like roses. That's too much. How you gonna hate from outside of the club and you cannot even get in? Who doesn't want to be adorned and loved on?" But for so many people, it seems like they can't find the right one or somebody who would want to do that for them. So they just become bitter. They become miserable and then they project, which is spreading the misery. That's no bueno. Because instead of being inspired, you just become a hater. Like She could have easily been like, "Oh, that's so sweet. I can't wait for my turn." She's like, "I didn't even like roses." Girl, that's why they're not for you. They're not for you. That's an excuse because you don't know what else to do with yourself. You don't know how you would ever get somebody to give you a tulip, but you're over here worried about this woman who's being adorned with roses by a man that loved her and celebrating their anniversary. Don't hate from outside the club. Try to get in. And that could only happen when you are just plumb sick and tired of your circumstances, your environment, your actions, your behavior, and of course, most importantly, your mindset, because all of this is dependent on what's in between these right here. Your mind. Your mind can either make or break you, but it's only on a belief of what you think of yourself. Your outer is a complete reflection of your inner, how you look, how you go through life, what you think about yourself, compliments you choose to receive, compliments you choose to give others. Like all of that is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. You said not a tulip. And yeah, I guess this pep talk was to motivate and bring a little more self awareness to those that are like finding reasons to give up on themselves. I just did a live and it was like, you won't have to keep starting over if you stop giving up. And it's hard. It's not easy. But most good things don't come easily. Or everybody would have it, right? And it's not to say you can't take the easy way out, which is another thing I wanted to talk about in a future video. Like, who said we had to struggle? Like, we don't have to struggle. There's so many things that can help us get to our destination. But like a lot of people don't feel like they deserve it. They're a bit closed-minded, and ultimately, they just don't want it that bad. They don't want it that bad. That's why I had lost the 60 odd pounds, right? I lost the 60 odd pounds, got to like mid 180s. The lowest I got to was 179. And I stopped because of the jaundice issue that I was experiencing while fasting. But I also like didn't really try because I was comfortable. I was like, "Oh, I look good at 180. This is nice." But that wasn't my goal. My goal was to surpass that. 160, like my first goal was like 160. I would like to be 160. And it just seemed so distant to me at that point because I was like, I look good here. Why keep going? Da 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 da. But that wasn't the goal. Don't fall off when you get comfortable. Keep going. Keep pushing. I have to keep pushing. I pretty much have to start over now because I got comfortable. And I remembered with this ADF challenge that, oh, I had a goal in mind because of a purpose that I wanted to achieve. So I have to restart and keep going. Let me see what y'all talking about. Hey, everybody, hit the like button. Happy fast day. Hi. Um, I love it when y'all call me princess. About to get a tiara. Happy 80 effers, as I call it. Oh, which probably an oxymoron because it's fast day for me today, and I'm like, I feel like just going straight to sleep after this live. I don't even think this live is going to be this long because I've had an attitude all day. Let me see. I go to the 28 app and I track my period. Let's see when I would have to stop alternate day fasting. So my period allegedly starts the 28th, which usually it comes the day before it's predicted for some reason. So I would have to stop alternate day fasting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 22nd. The 22nd. All I have to do is just get through 3 weeks. It's not like I'm gonna pig out or anything. It's just like at least I have an endpoint. Um, it takes serious effort and deep thought to fully understand your worth and value. Sometimes we don't put a lot of thought into it until we're being mistreated. Some people don't even know they're being mistreated, and that's the crazy part. They think it's just normal. They think it's normal to be alone in a relationship. Like that's ironic. That's irony. You can't be alone in a relationship. And that should be clue number 1 that it's time to move on. You feel alone. You have no partner here. You shouldn't even have a partner. You should have somebody that wants to take care of you, wants to see you do better, wants to help you out, especially when it's things that you both share. Um, but yeah, the deep thought part, that's why I highly advocate journaling. At least get it out because you'll be surprised at what comes out or what you didn't think would come out during a journaling session. I like to start it off with I feel. I feel. You'd be surprised at how little we think about how we feel. How do you feel right now? I'm a little groggy. I'm cold. I'm a little excited for the future. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I feel optimistic about what's to come. I can't wait for all the ventures that 2024 has to offer. Like I just write I feel and then go. And then like expand on those sentences. What about 2024 is exciting you? Where did this optimism come from? There's so many things to like just freestyle. And if you need prompts, Pinterest. Yes, you have to get fed up enough to change sometimes. You have to get tired of your own ish too and stop doing all the things that are holding you back. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, you know, it's it's there's a lot of accountability that's not being taken. You could only be a victim by choice. Unless something like truly happened to you. Most of the times we put ourselves in situations and then are mad when people take advantage of us. Like, what? How are you going to be mad? Like, people are going to take what they can get for free. That's why Costco samples are so popular. If it's free, of course I'm taking it. If I could have you move in, pay half my rent, watch our children, cook food, clean up the house, and I don't have to marry you, what am I paying money for a wedding, a ring? Uh, You're doing all of this for years and years and years. Like, but people will hear this story and be like, oh, he's taking advantage of her. Da, da." She's a willing participant. She's a willing participant. Don't be your own worst enemy. But there is a sense of I don't want to leave. I don't want to start over. Um, where else would I go? I get it. Believe me, I've been there and I get it. But the day you realize that you want more for yourself, that's the day you should put into action the plan to accomplish that, and soon. And soon. Don't drag your feet. Move with fervor because you want to start building off of that motivation, that spark. Don't let the spark die and then you're like back to being, "Oh, it's not that bad." Don't live an it's not that bad life. It's okay to want more. It's it's actually preferred because there's enough misery, miserable people and naysayers in this world. It's actually preferable to want more. You're not here to be mediocre, okay? Your more doesn't necessarily have to come with more work, but it does need to come with more awareness and moving towards the you want to be. And self awareness is key, okay? What do you want? Why do you want it? Who is this benefiting? How will you change after this? And once you have that in mind, it's like that should just, any, as I said, anything I have, it's because I wanted it. And anything I want and I don't have, I don't want that bad. Like right now, I need a new car. I need a new car. Like I need it. Um, but my old car, it drives. It drives. It gets me to point A to B. So I've been dragging my feet for 8 months now. I've been dragging my feet. I'm scared of the car note. What about the insurance? Where am I going to get it from? But all of this is because the old car is still driving. So I don't have that fire to get the new car. It's not that serious. You understand? Although it'd be nice to have a new car. I would like to have a new car. I need to have a new car. The old one is fine. It's good enough. It's good enough. And so, because I don't want it that bad, I don't have it yet. You understand? Anything you don't want that bad, you will not obtain it unless it drops out the sky. Unless it drops, that'd be nice if it drops out the sky. Becoming a shell and just existing is not living life. No, it's not. It is actually very sad. I'm working on leaving the house more often. Like tomorrow after work, I want to do something. I need to do something because I have plans for the year, as I said, and I can't be in the house to do it. So I have to make a conscious effort, like Colleen, okay, you need to schedule a date out. Okay, you need to get out the house. How are you going to meet people if you're not out the house? How are you going to network if you're not out the house? How are you going to get into opportunities if you're not out the house? Sometimes, in my brain, I'm like, oh, social anxiety. Oh, I hate small talk. Oh, I have to meet new people. And but you have to feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill you. My stomach was hurting so bad I ate watermelon when I woke up and threw up. I got weak. I drank OJ and tea, threw that up with much prayer. My stomach stopped hurting. Ginger ale saltines. Oh my gosh. Are you okay, relax, calm nature? What the heck happened? Did you eat something? Sorry to hear that. It's a trauma bond. Absolutely. Especially when you are both on the same struggle level and you're struggling together. Trauma bonds are like trauma bonds are Inevitable. When you're in a struggle relationship, struggling together and struggling, trauma bonds will form. Toxicity, abuse, mental games, drama, inevitable trauma bond. You did your first 36-hour fast year and I loved it. Truly life changing. Oh, yes. Welcome. Welcome to the 36-hour club. Becoming aware is the first step. Yes. Yes, because you can't work on something you're not aware of. A lot of narcs, a lot of narcissistic people, you can't tell them anything about themselves. They are the most unaware people you'll ever meet because they think they know themselves. And any outside input, it's just in one ear and out the other. Believe you me, it is the most annoying. Like, are you really you think you're aware, you're not aware. You could at least listen to this input. You jerk. Hi Kiki, thank you for catching a live. Ew. You were fab, Colleen, and one of my biggest inspirations to go get it. Oh, thank you, Ankita. I appreciate you. Keep pushing and you can, and we'll get to the mountaintop. Absolutely, Queen of the South. Yeah, you have to, like, it's good. It's okay to take it day by day. Taking it day by day, like taking everything bit by bit. Like even with fasting, before I was like, okay, I knocked out 1 hour. Okay, like can I get to this next hour? The next hour. Can I get through the next hour? Like you could take life bit by bit. Or you could just think about the long-term picture, like the ultimate goal. Depends on you. You don't have to do a big chunk. You could just do small bits. Whatever works for you. But just keep the goal in mind. Keeping the goal in mind. But you have to really want it. Don't lie to yourself and be like, "Yeah, that sounds nice. Maybe I'll try it." No, it can't just sound nice and maybe you. It's like you need this like water. You need it. That's the fire you need. You need desperation in order to achieve what you actually want. And if you don't want it, you're not going to get it. It's just that simple. If you don't have it, you didn't want it that bad. And as I said, it's not in just referring to ADF. ADF isn't for everyone. Not everybody feels comfortable being empty for 36 hours. There's shorter protocols, there's different diets, there's over exercise. You could do all kind of things to achieve whatever goal you have in mind. Okay? So don't use the excuse, "Oh, ADF didn't work, so I don't know how I'm ever going to lose weight." Huh? Go get you some Ozempic. Go get you one of them GLPs, semaglutides, whatever they are. Go ahead and get you those. Do the surgery. Oh no, you don't want to? That means you don't want it. You don't want it that bad. Imagine people who are taking an injection weekly in their stomach just to lose weight. You can't be mad at these people. That you want that. Okay? Women that are injecting themselves with hormones in order to conceive a child, they want that. All right? You can't knock them. Don't knock people that go through surgery, cut their stomachs in half. Want it. They're tired of themselves. Enough of the excuses. Enough. No, the thing is about excuses, like nobody cares. I promise you, nobody cares. Nobody cares. The excuses are for you. It's a coping mechanism. This is why I choose to live a mediocre life. But maybe if I say it out loud, somebody will feel pity on me and take me as a victim. Not I, said the pig. My first ADF was with you when you were working that job. I was working it and dropped off. I am so serious now that I could smell it. So glad to be back with you because you're the truth. Thank you, Rose. Excuses keep you stuck. Absolutely. Sometimes you got to get sick of your own mess and level up and do what needs to be done. Yeah. Yeah. Um, it's funny because after I watched that video and, the girl was talking about, can you ask your man for $10 or whatever? And the whole time I was watching the video, I was like, this girl, for one, she don't look good. She doesn't look good. She doesn't look good. That's not being mean. That's like an apparent factor that she doesn't look good. And when you don't look good, that means internally you don't really care about yourself. So I said, I was like, it's hard for a man to provide for a woman in Coke bottle glasses. And that says bro. What that meant is she's quite masculine. She's quite masculine. And masculine women attract feminine men. It is what it is. I had to realize that because I was giving off a lot of masculine energy, because I was always the doer. I'm so smart. I can achieve. Oh, look what I did. Oh, if you did that, look what I did. It was a lot of like, I can do it. Oh, don't worry, I got it. Not asking for help. Going out the house looking any kind of way. Sweats and sloppiness. Masculine women attract feminine men and then wonder why they're not being taken care of. I commented that. And people was like, "Oh, that wasn't necessary. That was hurtful." I was like, "What, ma'am? You can't expect to get dream service and you're not his dream girl. Even if you did end up cleaning up and looking better, at least you could leave the house and be like, okay, if you ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna find somebody who will and look good, because obviously whoever you're with is not going to do it, whether you clean up your act or not. So if you leave the house looking like you give a damn about yourself, right? And stop saying bro, like you're his homeboy. Maybe you could find somebody who will. It's called accountability. Like my love. You over here in army fatigues, the thickest glasses in the world, and saying, "Yo, bro," it's like he's dating his brother. Get yourself fine. Get yourself fine. Put some effort into leveling up. Head out your house and let him know that he should be worried. Okay? Leveling up is the word. It's the phrase. It's been the phrase for a few years. You know why? Because it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. You're going to hear leveling up. You're going to hear femininity. You're going to hear soft life because women are over it. We're over it. We are over it. Our wombs are over it. We're not meant to be working this hard. The woman had 3 jobs. Are you serious? And a roommate. You could get a roommate. At least the roommate will clean up. You're going to keep hearing it because the women that benefited from leveling up, they understand. I understand. I cleaned up and I get treated differently. I always attracted people, but now I attract different people. And it is nice. It is quite nice. I will say so myself. Garnering a different kind of respect. It's not like an intimidation anymore. It is like, oh, look at this artwork walking by. I like that. It's different. Hi from hot and sunny Queensland, Australia. Thanks for your amazing videos. Thoughts on alcohol on feast days? Well, I'm having a dry January. Um, I put that as part of the rules for the 80th challenge, but sure. Just know that it is considered a sugar. And if you did want to have alcohol, just hydrate. Make sure you hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I went out the other night to a upscale restaurant. And honestly, I was really craving like steak. I think like my iron is low. I was craving steak, so I went to this lovely place that had a New York strip steak and some Parmesan truffle fries. And because I was eating at the bar, I didn't want to be the only one without a drink. So I asked the bartender to make me like a mocktail, and a mocktail is a non-alcoholic cocktail. And he made me the most delicious, like, mojito drink, like, mojito mocktail. He could sell it by the jug, and I would buy it. It was so good. And I was like, "Oh, well," and I didn't feel like I was missing anything either. I met these 2 lovely ladies, they were business owners next to me, and, they were drinking and having a great time celebrating, and I was able to cheers with them, and it was great. I was like, I didn't feel like I was missing anything. I felt very coherent. I was able to engage without having to be under the influence. I was sober and wasn't worried about driving. I really think like once you take the chance and like order a mocktail, you'll realize like, huh, I don't think I need alcohol. It's more so the social aspect of drinking than the actual drink because we don't feel great after drinking. We usually feel bloated, our face is bloated, we retain water and sodium and all kind of stuff, get hangovers. Um, but you don't want to be in a social environment without something in your hand. If you have a mocktail, I think you'll be fine. So I'm gonna continue on with dry January, um, and explore more mocktails. If you have any mocktail suggestions, let me know. I will admit, like, there's this wine called Sweet Walter, and it's by a local vineyard around my area. Sweet Walter, Sweet Red, and it is so good. Ooh, ooh. So I do crave that here and there, but I'll see. I'll see. I do like crave wine, but I really don't want to drink at home anymore. That's kind of like sad to me, drinking at home. To me. And it's not a reflection on anyone. Just to me, it's like, what am I trying to numb? This is called self-awareness, people, right in the making. Okay. I'm drinking. What am I running from? Anything that you feel like you have a dependency on, you're like, what are you running from? What is it that what void are you trying to fill right now that you're not asking yourself, but you're using this to cover? It's the same with wow, that every time I'm always amazed by fasting. Like if I was eating, I wouldn't have asked myself none of that. None of that. I would have just went to the fridge. But because I can't do that, now I have to be like, "Oh god, what am I covering? What am I running from? What am I feeling?" You know? Oh, I got a super chat. Oh, thank you, Casa. Thank you so very much. ADF for the level up is winning. This offering is from the takeout. I probably would have eaten if I wasn't fasting. I love that. Thank you so much. That's true. You do save a lot of money while fasting. And because you're saving money while fasting, on feast days, you're able to eat more quality. Does that make sense? Because like even the day when I went out for dinner, what was that? When did I go out? I think it was Friday. Friday I went out to the restaurant. I used that money that I was gonna spend on eating every day, bought me a nice little dinner, a high quality piece of meat, and had an experience. You know, prices in the supermarket, eating takeout every night. If your DoorDasher knows what your voice is and saved your number, that's not good. You gotta stop. Jealousy is so real. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jealousy is real. Thank you, Darcy. I am preaching. In honor of Dr. Martin Luther King, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. I'm going to preach on his behalf because he did not march for us to be mediocre. Hallelujah. Today's your first day doing ADF. I was doing well until I had to fix my daughter's dinner. I broke down and tasted a really small silver for veggie nugget. I'll tell you, fasting with kids is the devil. I will wholeheartedly admit that. If you have kids, prepare to have a struggle on fasting days. It's not that it's impossible, but it's not as easy as if you were just like by yourself in quiet, alone, or just focus on other things. Having children around, it's stressing. Um, you're more likely to eat their leftovers or taste something you're making them. Uh, you don't want to waste leftovers, so you're like, it's just like a lot of things. Do I need to start over tomorrow? Does that tiny bite kill my day? No. If you could just keep going, just keep going. You don't have to like erase the day. If anything, it may have, fit into a little 50 calories for the day that I give on dirty fasting anyway, non-strict fasting. So who knows? Might have been just 50 calories and you're good. Yeah, alcohol is pure sugar. Is Princess my middle name? No, but that's the word of the year for me. And if you don't have a word of the year for you, I would highly suggest that because it gives the energy for 2024. So some people picked empowered, some people picked, you know, confident, some people picked savage, ruthless. Mine was princess because I'm really on the wave of doing less and receiving more. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, and that's what it is in my world. So, princess, and not queen because queens rule and they're big and fat and they're mean. Princesses are cute and dainty and they just want to be saved and rescued. Amen. Yay, first live. So glad I found your channel and your group. Most supportive group. Love, love the support you get in there. Yeah. If you're not a part of the ADF Facebook group, join down below. There's a link. Okay, I peek in there as much as I can. I love seeing the posts. I love seeing the before and afters. I love seeing what y'all breaking your fast with. I love seeing what you're eating for the day. I love hearing how long you've been on your fast. I love hearing the newbies. The ADF Facebook group is everything, and everyone's so encouraging. And if somebody's not so encouraging, I find them and then I berate them. I don't berate them. They're like, hey, that's not nice. Don't say that. The mom in me. I know the feeling. I need to go to bed now, and it's only 4:27. You're gonna you're gonna need like a bottle of melatonin to be sleeping that long, T love. But yeah, like as soon as I'm done with my fast, this live, I'm gonna take a nice hot shower because it is currently um what is it? It's currently 26 degrees in New York City, not New York City, New York, and it's cold. It's cold. Take a nice hot shower, lay down, and time travel to tomorrow where I could eat because I'm when I tell you I have debated whether or not to break this fast and just eat the food in my fridge. But I'm like, you know why too? I'm gonna tell you why. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why right now, okay? You know what I did? Full transparency, because it's just between you and I. Full transparency. I went on the goddamn scale today. I went on the scale today. I went on the scale today after a feast day, which is not even productive. It's not even productive to go on the scale after a feast day, right? But I was like, oh, I weighed myself last Monday. I'll weigh myself again this Monday. So last Monday, I ended the ADF challenge at 188. You know what I weighed in today? You know what I weighed in? I weighed 190. And that bothered me. That bothered me a lot. So, as I said, leave the scale alone. Leave the scale alone. At this point, I'm just going to weigh myself monthly because I want a monthly accumulation. I want my month to show me what I'm doing because I don't care if I lose 2 pounds. I don't care if I lose 5 pounds. You know what I care about? Hey, did I lose 12 pounds? Hey, did I lose 10 pounds? That means I'm 1 month closer to my goal weight. Okay, so um, knowing this, I have 40 more pounds to go. 40 more pounds to go. 190 minus 40 equals 150. 150. We have the same period day. Ew, menstrual twins. I'm tired. Yeah, I don't feel great. Amber, I know. You did your journaling today, 4 pages. Give it up for T Love, y'all. Give it up for T Love because um as much as I have kind of like died down on it, but I wholeheartedly believe in the power of journaling, especially on fast days because we like to eat our feelings. We don't even acknowledge our feelings. But journaling is a way to acknowledge your feelings, purge energy transference from mind to paper, get it off your brain. When it floats around on your brain, you know what it does? Stresses you out. You know what stress gives? Cortisol. You know what cortisol produces? Belly fat. So y'all think I'm just like woo woo and wee wee about journaling. It's real. Journaling works. You don't have to be walking around the world with um, 50 pounds of baggage weighing down on your shoulders. Like nobody, you get no rewards for being the most accosted person. You don't get any awards for being the most noble and a martyr. It, talk to somebody, hire somebody to talk to, and or write it. Heck, I haven't done Cry O'Clock in a minute, but Cry O'Clock is powerful. And Cry O'Clock is I used to go into my car because I love my car. I love going. I feel so safe and secure. That's why a majority of my early videos were in my car because I just felt safe in there. Um, I used to go into my car, have 5 songs. Okay, the first two would be like an intro, like warm up songs to cry to. The middle one would be like the boo hoo. And then the last two would be like victory songs. So warm up crying, wailing like a big baby seal, and then it'll all get better baby songs. Okay. So it'll be like Chasing Pavements by Adele, Um, I had something else, and then my boohoo, like, wailing song was "Emotions" by Destiny's Child, and then my last 2 would be, like, SZA, "Good Days," and oh, actually, it would be Miley Cyrus, "The Climb." When I tell you that even thinking about that song, like, makes me wanna sob. Something about that song that is that song, I love that song. It's called "The Climb," and it's by Miley Cyrus. Just thinking about it, like, makes me wanna oh, I love that song, and it makes me cry like no other. So, Cry O'Clock is a great way to purge. Tears are detoxifying, and I used to I used to hate crying. That's not healthy. Not crying is not healthy. Humans are meant to cry, especially women. As soon as crying like, I used to start crying, I would try to find a way to stop it as soon as possible. I realized it's because I didn't feel safe crying. I always felt like I had to stop or I had to be strong or I didn't have a reason to really cry. So I stifled my cries. So Cry O'Clock, whatever length of those 4 or 5 songs, whatever length of those 4 or 5 songs, I just cried. And then when the last song was over, that's it. I'm good. I'm done. We got that out. Whatever was bothering me is gone now because you ever cried until you couldn't cry anymore and you're good? Listen, if you're going through a breakup, if you're going through a life change, if you're going through a termination of a job, if you're going through any struggles, cry. Cry. When I tell you that is the express way to healing, the express way to healing is to cry. And when I say cry, I don't mean I mean bawling, cold bawling, sobbing, wailing. Get it out. Sh- I promise you, you'll be like, okay, I feel a lot better now. I need you to sob. So schedule your cry o'clock. It should be about 30 minutes max. 30 minutes to just wail. You you will be changed like no other. You will feel so relieved. Your face will be puffy as hell. So prepare for that. But goodness gracious, the the weight, it is unreal. I actually got that from one of my favorite YouTube gurus. She's controversial, but her name is Shallon. Shallon Lester. Shallon Lester. I wholeheartedly respect that woman. Um, I love me some Shallon. I like tough love. I don't like people that coddle me. I like people that like straight, no chasers. Hi there, Colleen. Hey, boo. I really appreciate you doing these lives. They really help get over the hump on fast days. Please continue to do them. We so appreciate you. I am down 8 pounds. Congratulations, Teresa. Yeah. 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 That's awesome. Congrats. And I will. I aim to do them on fast days because, um, for one, they're distraction lives for me and for those that are fasting as well. For two, I don't see myself editing videos anytime soon. I'm going to be honest with you. And this is a way to make content, talk about what I want to talk about, and engage with you. I really enjoy that because your questions become my content, which helps others. So we have a topic, which is usually the title, and then I read your comments and you give me feedback, you know? I like that. I like that. I love how real you allow yourself to be with us. You're welcome. I can't wait to talk about the next topic. Don't be a Costco sample, ladies. Hmm. Another colloquialism. Colloquialism? Colloquialism? Another quote by Colleen, right? Don't be a Costco sample. Wow, that's a good one. Thank you for putting that, Casa. Don't be a Costco sample, ladies. Don't give it all up. Don't give it all up and get nothing in return. You get no rewards. I'm done being the nice girl. Okay. And I said that a while ago. I'm no longer the nice girl. Am I the kind girl? Yes. I'm kind. I'm empathetic. I'm compassionate. But nice girls are stupid. Nice girls are stupid. I'm sorry. Nice girls do things blindly. Nice girls are people pleasers. Nice girls think out of themselves. Nice girls can't self validate. They seek external validation. I'm not the nice girl. I'm too Scorpio for that. I'll hurt your feelings. Okay. But the kind girl is able to have those loving and feminine nature and traits, right? Without being stupid. Um, I might say something controversial. I feel like, should I say this? Okay, I'll say this. I feel like church did a bang up job on women, honestly. Like church teachings, especially when it comes to like black churches or West Indian churches. They like convinced women to like go through all kind of nonsense in the name of being a good woman. The good woman. The good woman. And although the Bible speaks just as much about a man being good and the traits of a good man, when it comes to teachings in the church, especially for a primarily female audience, there's a lot of stress on the good woman, what a woman should be doing. A good woman does this, and a good woman doesn't do this, and how selfless can you be, and um, all these things that come from outside of yourself. You're no longer kind of taught to think for yourself. You're just taught to think for the greater good. What helps others? How can I help the community? How can I be selfless? How can I sacrifice? What can I give? But we're never taught to receive or like think about self. And I'm not talking about the Bible, I'm talking about the teachings to women in church, especially a West Indian church, being especially from a male reverend, a man preaching, you know? And then we feel bad or don't even think about options because we're supposed to be the good woman, the good woman, the good woman. I think we need to focus more on the good men, and the good woman will just show up. Like, we're inherently, women are just, they want to be good. Like, women just want to be good. They want to love, they want to take care of, they want to be nurtured, and a woman just naturally becomes who she is, but there needs to be more focus on the good man, the good man, the good man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, don't be a Costco sample. Don't be something that's just given out with no commit. Like, These people are just eating up these bagel bites. Yes, give me more, give me more. I'm never going to buy it because you're giving it to me for free here. What am I buying for? I'm going to just pass by 15 more times, get a lunch, and come back again tomorrow. And guess what? You're going to give me another sample that I will never buy. You won't make me purchase it. Don't be a Costco sample, ladies. Thank you, Casa, for that. I'll give you all the credit for that. That is a good one. Don't be a Costco sample. I like that. Damn, that hurt my feelings. Don't be a Costco sample. That's wild. When you really like, I like that a lot. Don't be a Costco sample. It says so much. Like, don't stop giving out things for free. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you just giving and giving and getting no kind of nothing in return? Queen of this out. The senator is looking for you. He can't see you if you're not outside. True. True. That's true. Hi, Prince. Are you? Yeah, you're a man. I hope that you're feeling better. Yeah, that's true. I hope you're feeling better. Relax. It truly starts with quality questions in order to hone in on what you want or need to take action. Absolutely. Quality questions. Stop that surface level nonsense. Quality. But if you like, it's okay to not want it right now. Maybe right now is not your time, and maybe in the future when something falls apart, then you'll be like, okay, maybe it's time. I love ADF, feeling leaner, just waiting for that scale to keep up. I'm still going though. I actually love the long fasts. Yes. Hashtag crave the fast. I told y'all, if y'all been keeping up with the lives, one day you will crave the fast. And it happens. It always happens. It always happens. You will crave the fast. But it, enjoying the fast is only as good as your feast day. I'm gonna try a low carb day one day, maybe like my next feast day. Not tomorrow, but the next feast day. I'm gonna do a low carb day and just see how that feels on the following fast day. I just want to see how that feels because I'm tired of switching gears from glycogen to ketones, and I actually want to see the um the benefits, the results from that, just to see. I do not want diabetes, high blood pressure, and all the illness that comes with obesity. Yes, because people think it's just fat. It's not. It's called obesity, and obesity is a disease. It is classified as a disease. So don't be diseased, especially if it's not necessary. Like you could cure obesity because it is a disease. People be playing games with like it's not just fat. Like you're obese. If you're obese, you have a disease. Is it as strong as other diseases? No, but it's still a disease because it's making you uneasy. She ain't nothing about you masculine. Thank you so much. Um, and I used to struggle with that because I always thought femininity was petite, small, wayfish, tiny. And I'm 5'10". I'm tall and I'm also built athletically. So I have a high muscle mass naturally. And that's why fat doesn't look normal on me. Like it doesn't go to the right places. Fat looks completely abnormal on me. I just get puffy and bloated looking because naturally um I'm built athletically. Like you see these shoulders? Easy easy. Like, I'm built athletically and I just kind of took myself out of that feminine femininity category, but That's not true. There's different types of femininity. Femininity doesn't look the same for everyone. Femininity doesn't mean pink dresses and florals and a headband. Femininity is first and foremost an energy. It's an energy where, like, you carry yourself with a lightness, but then you also know how to get what you want, because you know you deserve it just for being present. Like, a woman's present is such a gift, and they want to convince us that it's not. Society wants to convince women that you need to bring something to the table. And women naturally bring things to the table. We have nothing to prove. That's why men chase, because they know what we are capable of. We build empires behind strong men, okay? It is what it is. Like, women women's femininity could look like sweet and adorable and coquettish to strong and confident and bold. Like, there's a range of femininity, okay? And who you attract is going to be varied. But don't let anybody convince you that femininity looks like this and femininity looks like that. As long as you carry yourself with class, grace, elegance, and make sure you take care of your outwards appearance, you're well on your way to just feeling better, attracting better, being in better spaces, being treated better. Um, it had a lot to do with me deciding I needed help, dropping things off my very full plate, not doing the most. Like, that was a big, 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 big deal. Doing less. And it was really weird because I always felt like I had to be productive. If I was laying down on the couch, I'd be like, "Oh my God, there's things I need to be doing. I should be doing. How could I? Why am I resting? And I know I shouldn't be." It was horrible. If you are in that mindset, that's masculine, because women are meant to rest, especially those 5 days prior to the period. We need rest. I'm tomboyish, and my past boyfriend have always been reliant on me. I'm done with that. Yeah, yeah, same, same. The more feminine your appearance, the more of a life filter it is for feminine men, because, like, opposites attract. So if you're carrying yourself like, "Oh, yeah, what's up, kid?" Like, then you're gonna attract a more like feminine man. And then if you go outside like, "Oh my God, can you help me with this?" And in a dress, like, which is traditionally a women's garment, you'll kind of repel men that see that they can't get something from you, you know? Like, "Oh, looks like I might have to take care of this one. Let me skip over her. Let me find the one with the Coke bottle glasses and the one that says bro. That's who I want." Oh, thank you so much, K Naturals. Level up, level up. Yes, yes. Let me get out of this chat. Colleen be giving me heart palpitations. She's so fine. What? Thank you. So glad I made it. I am so glad I found your channel. I love feel like I have a handle on the biggest part of my life. Yes, my looks and weight I can control. I've never felt better. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely all that you said, Soup. Having a handle on the biggest part of your life, which for me, just like you, Soup, was weight management. When you're able to control your weight, the world is your oyster. You can do anything. If you can control what you put into your mouth or don't put into your mouth, you are a sensei. You are an emperor, empress. You are the master. Okay? There's nothing you cannot do once you master that part. Once you have a handle on that, everything else is like it's going to fall right into line. If you can't understand the level up phrase means that you need more self-work. Yeah, you know what it is? It's because people hear it so often that even things that are necessary, especially amongst overworked women of color, um, it seems like trendy and oh, y'all talking about level up and femininity, this and yes, don't don't let the trendiness or the movement um distract you. This is work that needs to be done. It needs to be done for women, especially of color, because women of color have been set up to work, be independent, not need anyone, do it on their own, struggle, strive. While women of other cultures have a community, have providers in their life that they're able to just go to and just be. And that's just not something that's very seen very often amongst Black women. Okay. So don't let the trendiness of these terms throw you off. It is very mandatory work. It's mandatory work. Okay. Leveling up is not a phrase, it is a way of life. And you'll know when you get there when you feel free. You feel free. Okay. I still have more work to do, but I came a long way. Um, oh my gosh, I have so much to catch up on. Y'all still talking about that mojito I mentioned so long ago. Oh my gosh, look at how am I, I talk too much. That's what it is. I need to catch up. I keep failing every time I try to do ADF. Join the ADF group. Link down below. I have always ordered a Virgin Mary because I do not drink. No one knows it has alcohol except the party I am with. I make them at home too. Huh, Virgin Mary. What is a Virgin Mary? Are you talking about Bloody Marys? Is that what it is? I haven't started my fast. Every time I try to break it, any tips? You might want to start with a shorter fast and then build your way up. Day 4 for fasting. Congrats. Your word of the year is grace. I love that. In that feminine energy. Hi, Alley Cat. Long time no see. The Facebook group is so supportive. Say it again. Say it again. The Facebook group is great. Like, they are so supportive, and you could just post whatever you're going through in there. Use that as a journal if you'd like, vent. A lot of people are going through the same thing. You're never alone in your situations. I promise you. You're never alone. Getting through ADF while juggling new motherhood is challenging. 9-month old and hubby definitely makes me want to binge. No worries. I've started to journal again. Okay. Okay. You're not breastfeeding, are you, Margaret? I hope you're not breastfeeding while doing ADF. It's not that breastfeeding people shouldn't do ADF. Not that you're breastfeeding, Margaret. I'm just curious. Make sure you're not. But those that breastfeed while like long doing longer fasts, such as ADF, um, yes, it may affect your milk supplies, but more than anything, ADF, alternate day fasting, is a detox program, and it whatever your body is expelling, it'll come through your breast milk. So any toxins will come through your breast milk if you are doing ADF while breastfeeding. So don't breastfeed while doing alternate day fasting. You are transferring expelled toxins through your breast milk, okay? So just a little heads up for anybody. Um, I always joke the sweets are my cigarettes. Not to mock people who have real addiction, but my kids be working my nerves. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Like raising kids isn't easy, especially if you're single and especially if they're fighting with each other. Like being a constant referee is it's not easy. Usually we're driving up and down, driving them here and there. Those little things are stressful, and you just have to be aware fasting with kids. It's cold in Atlanta too. It is really cold here, cold and snowing. Dry January has been great for me. Honestly, was using booze to cope, and moderation is a foreign land to me. Wow. I like that you noticed that. But that's also why I love fasting. It's simply all or nothing. Same here, have a banana. Same here. Um, hmm, that is very self-aware. I love that. It's so cold. I had my Element mint hot chocolate and it was perfect. Ooh, that sounds good. Is that a new flavor? Is that like a flavor? Or did you mix two flavors to make that one? That sounds really good. Actually, if you have Element chocolate, that is it feels like a treat. Element chocolate. If you didn't want to go the fruity route. Um, at first I looked at it, I was like, what is this? Element chocolate. And Element, LMNT, is a brand of electrolytes that I used to work for, but I finished them and I need to buy more, honestly. But they are electrolytes that provide sodium, potassium, magnesium, the three core components to help solve fatigue, lightheadedness, dizziness, and rehydrate your body after fasting or during fasting. So they have a plethora of flavors. My personal favorite is watermelon, right next to chicken and grape. Put that scale in the trunk of your car. I'm about to kick it to the moon, I swear. I am not weighing myself again until oh, damn it. That 5 days. Oh, well, no. Okay, so I probably won't weigh myself again until February 1st, and I'll consider whatever I lost January 1st, from that to that. So far, I lost 4 pounds. That could fluctuate from week to week. So whatever I lose at the end of January is what I lost at the end of January. I'm not doing this weekly nonsense because I was ready to kick the scale to the moon, as my son would say. He'd play Roblox and like if something frustrates him, he'll be like, "Mommy, I want to kick him to the moon." Kids. How do you all handle ADF and date night? Hubby and I are trying to get back to life after baby, but he's tracking my fasting days, but it feels restrictive on our options. Girl, get out the house, go on a date, fast until the date, and enjoy a one meal a day. Then go back to what you was doing. Do not prolong life, especially if you're trying to get back. Like, if your man wants to date, priority. Okay, that's a priority. Put it to the end of the day. If you're having dinner, fast until the dinner. Break your fast at the dinner. OMAD is okay too. OMAD is okay too. And then the next day you could just be more calorie conscious or you could be more carb conscious. Don't don't mess up date night. That's very important, especially between lovers. Yeah, at least you got a man. um, I set my weight goal for 150. I'm 8 pounds away and I'm considering lowering it to 145 or even 140. That's awesome, sunshine. Ooh, I want to be like you. We have the same current weight and goal. Really? Yeah. 40 pounds to go. Maybe like each month I could lose like 10 pounds. Would that be nice? That'd be nice. Each month, 10 pounds. You see, it's little goals like that that makes it doable. If I could just get on the scale once a month and lose 10 pounds once a month, like, you know, at least could have a gauge like, okay, in 4 months, I'll lose 40 pounds. We so busy thinking about, I want to lose 15 pounds in a week. We're not even thinking about you have to take time to do this. Like you have a long time to do this. I know you just want to hurry up and get it over with and be at the end so you could stop fasting. But my dear, it takes time. It'll take months. It will take months. And you will not stop. You will have to keep going and going and going forever until you die, unless you want to be fat again. Um, thank you, your girl Bianca. We got this, princess. Ew, we do. Wow, when did we reach 1 hour and 30 minutes already? What? That's wild. That's crazy. And here I am talking about I'm not going to be long. Okay. um my last entry was September 27th, 2022. So long ago. Thank you for suggesting going back to it. I had forgotten how cleansing journaling can be. Do you hear that, y'all? It's cleansing. That smile. Oh, hi. Um you just reminded me of how much I love that song, The Climb. Doesn't matter how. I'm not even gonna start because I will start tearing up. I promise you. That song, Cry O'Clock. Mm, crying is a huge release for me. Sweating is really good for the body too. Absolutely, anybody could sweat, but it takes a really strong person to cry. It takes a strong person to cry because we're all like almost taught to stop crying. Like, what are you crying for? Or, oh, she's crying. She's weak. It's okay. Yes, I'm weak. Help me. Pick me up. Walk me to the door on your shoulders. Yeah. Yes, I am weak. You got it right. Don't give me anything hard to do or I'll break. Just say that. Yes, you're right. I'll break. You got a headache when you cry? You need to cry more often. That's why. I have movies say for cry o'clock. Curious to what those would be. What is my cry o'clock movie? What is my crying movie? I just cried the other day at something. Oh, it was SVU. It was like this really sad episode of SVU. I think the child, it has something to do with children, and that's like a big way to like make me bawl. Is anything like any harm against children, I will bawl, like bawl. I hate to see it. I hate to hear about it. I hate crimes against children so bad. I just stopped listening to the news because like I can't. These lives really keep me going with my weight loss journey. I look forward to them. Oh, really? Thank you for taking the time to do this, Colleen. It's my pleasure. Thank you for being here. Colleen, tell us you are back to dating now, if you don't mind sharing. Um, you know what I'm doing? I'm not necessarily back to dating. I am putting myself in places that I want for the man I want to attract. So I started setting up, like I was doing the solo dating, right? But I just kind of realized what my goal for dating was. And now my solo dates are going to start looking different. Okay. So before I was, going out to eat at my local restaurant, doing a sip and paint, um, you know, random things here and there. Okay. Just solo dating. But now that I have a goal in mind, which is to find a man above me, I need to position myself in places to meet that man, right? So my solo dates will look like I know I'll share this. My solo dates will now look like charity fundraisers. They'll look like gala dinners. They will look like attending upscale bars. They'll look like going to fancy dinners, like upscale dinners. They will look like attending public country clubs where you could dine. Um, yeah. They will look like business seminars. They will look like tech conferences. So these are now my new solo dates. Anything that's free is no longer an option. I want to, I I need to have some kind of red rope around an event so I could put myself with people that don't mind investing in themselves. Whether I meet women that are just like-minded or men that make more than me and are mature and um, looking for commitment. That's where I'm putting myself now. So my my solo dates are looking different now. I want to go to this upcoming um, dinner pairing, but it's for wine and different meals. Um, but I don't know, I'm not drinking wine at the moment, but I don't want to miss out on something really interesting and upscale because I'm not drinking. But the whole point of the thing is to drink. So I'll see. So that's what that looks like. Nice girls finish last. I'm a good person, good girl, but not a nice girl. Claim it. I have to turn my head away and not look in that direction. I was too nice in my 20s, learned my lessons. Hell yeah. I don't know where we got that from. Like, girls are supposed to be just nice. Oh, he pulled on your hair. He just likes you. That's just be nice to him. We are godly, made like that. We are the helpers, but these men are lost. What are we helping? What are we helping? I'm not helping nothing. And that's okay. Like, if you, here's the thing. And I think the biggest issue to me, right, is that people are dating and they're not ready to date. People are out in this hell of a dating pool, right? And they have things to do. So it's not that they're dating, it's that they want to be distracted. This goes for men and women. If you don't have a career, you shouldn't be dating. If you don't have purpose, you shouldn't be dating. If you have outstanding debt, you shouldn't be dating. If you are fat, you shouldn't be dating. Okay, if you're overweight and you need to lose weight, you shouldn't be dating. All right, if you cute and plus size, give it up for the girls. If you have mental health issues that you're going through right now, do not date. That's not fair. If you are don't have a stable home life, do not date. It's unfair to ask somebody to build with you. It's not fair. It's not fair. All right? You should be going into unions ready. Ready. Okay? Ready. I'm almost there. That's why I'm not officially dating, but I'm putting myself in areas to level up. That's what I'm doing. I'm still acquiring my degree, so I'm not able to focus fully on a relationship. But for the most part, I have everything that I want, everything that I need. I feel very whole in self. But a lot of people are going out looking for someone to distract them, like a pack of cigarettes or a cup of whiskey, and then breaking hearts and then turning around and doing it again to somebody else. You should be arrested, thrown under the jail. It is not fair. It's not cute. Go have a seat with your damaged, psychologically challenged self because it's not cool. to hurt people, and you have tons of baggage you need to unpack. You have things to do before you worry about love and romance and a wedding. That's for people that are fully formed. If your frontal cortex is not there, don't do it. You have things to do. So people are so they want to be distracted so bad. Distract yourself with a book. Distract yourself with Alive. Hi, my name is Colleen. Distract yourself with a event, a hobby. Don't use people to distract yourself. That's not cool. Don't ask a woman to build. Don't find a man to complete you. That's not cool. Um, right now, a day's a lot of there nowadays it's a lot of double standards going on, especially from a man's perspective. It's ridiculous. A lot of double standards. A lot of double standards going on. Yes. I just had to like remember what is double standards mean. It's okay for you to do it, but when I do it, it's a problem, right? Yes. Heck, what church did you go to? A bunch of headstrong women in my experience. They're headstrong, of course. They're headstrong. But then they're also like martyrs. Like, oh, I like there's not a lot of no going on. Like, yeah, I choose not I rather not do that. That's what I see. Like they'll just do something and then be mad about doing it. Like it's okay to say no. And I've seen that a lot. I'm like, why didn't you just say no? Oh, because huh. But here you are doing something you don't want to do. You're resentful, and now you're setting yourself up to do it more in the future because you said yes to something you didn't want to do. Why, if you could have just avoided all of this by saying no. I see that a lot, and then I took on that, saying yes to things I didn't want to say yes to. So that's what I saw. That's what I experienced, and that's what I took on, and now I'm doing my best to break out of. I did ADF 840 for 5 months straight. I've never felt better. That's amazing. I tried sugar-free gum on my fast day. Ew, just nasty. I'm sticking to water only. Yeah, it doesn't hit the same, sugar-free gum. I'm experiencing I'm experimenting with LC as well. I've done really well on keto in the past. Yeah, low carb. I just can't I refuse to give up fruits. I have apples waiting for me tomorrow. I can't wait to crave the fast day like that. I've done 16-8 and OMAD. This hits you different mentally. Yes. And it also hits that fat reserve differently. That's why you look so sculpted in the morning. I love it. Thank you for this live. You're welcome. Please like and share the video. That'd be awesome. Sharing is probably the most powerful form of support you could do for a YouTuber. Because shares, like, especially like if you share it on Facebook and that kind of stuff, they go viral. And then all of a sudden you're like, whoa. So that really helps. If you want to share this with somebody that needs to hear anything I'm saying, share it. A Bloody Mary, yeah, that's what I thought. Um, okay, you're no longer breastfeeding. Got it. First time ADF for 7 days. I'm in my last day, an hour of 36-hour fast. Love your positive vibes. Sending love from the Philippines. Aw, love. Hi from Australia. Hi, Tatiana. I'm doing I'm going to DR February 1st to the 4th. I do true ADF. Should I hold off on fasting or keep it up during vacation? Enjoy your vacation. Do not fast during vacation. You enjoy all the foods. Enjoy all the foods. So here's what ADF should ultimately do. It should help you make better choices food-wise. So although you have access to food during your vacation, hopefully you'll just make better choices. Um, fruits for breakfast and something light. And then for lunch, you'll have something like seafood and Maybe instead of like fried tacos, you'll have like a orzo pasta or something, light and refreshing, especially if you're somewhere tropical. There's so much access to light, fresh food. And then for dinner, just enjoy something you've been craving. So have two of your meals, like, do well. And then for dinner, like, live it up. Listen, ADF is very flexible. This is not a punishment. As long as you're able to get back on the train when you need to. Yes. My videos are here to encourage. It's been 2 weeks, mostly good. Good to hear. My first time doing ADF, and I'm glad to have found you. And the Facebook group, 15 days in and getting the hang of it. It's cold up here in Canada too. I am shivering. I got COVID. Oh no. But once I am better, I'm back to ADF. Yes. You take your time and heal. I must say, Colleen, my sister, you have beautiful lips. Oh, thank you. Wow. I always thought my lips were like thin. I'm restarting my ADF journey and doing it with my cycle, and I'm on day 9 of ADF. I'm so happy I restarted, but glad I know now to not fast before my period. Yeah, so about the not fasting before your period, if you are a newbie and want to see if it affects you, like just fast the whole month. And for those that felt horrible the week before, started losing, like having hair shedding, um, or any like side effects, that's when you definitely take the 5 days out to chill. But if you're new, you have to at least first see if it like bothers you. It bothered me in the side effect of hair shedding. So now I know, like, okay, I need to not fast these 5 days before my period, um, because I experience hair shedding and insufferable carb cravings. Can you do a 36-hour fast while that time of the month? You can fast while bleeding, okay? If you need day 1 to take a break, that's fine, but day 2, you could start 36-hour fasting again. It's the week before that needs caution. That's the PMS. The premenstrual is the area that you should be aware of as a menstruating woman. The pre. I'm restarting because my hormones were crazy, no, but now I understand I can't fast the week before my period. Yeah. So to find out more, please go to Dr. Mindy Peltz. She is the guru on that. So, you know, anything that you were curious about, wanted to know more about as far as fasting for a cycle, she knows the answers. I'm day 3 OMAD and I've lost 4 pounds already. Wonderful, Cynthia. I'm happy for you. You're not focusing on weight, you're focusing on making consistent habits. Then you'll know within 3 months. Wow, that's awesome. Good for you. Hi, Samantha. Good to see you again. I'm having a hard time fasting while menstruating. Should I wait until it's done? Any tips? While menstruating, you shouldn't have any issues because your hormones by that time should have gone back down and you're back to estrogen, being estrogen ran. So um, you're okay to fast while bleeding. Is sodium content an element good to have on ADF week? The only time you should like worry about the sodium content is if you have high blood pressure, but it's fine. Other than that, it's fine. You have it feast days, fast days. Anytime you want to hydrate. I'm celebrating small wins, no chips this month. Okay. Fasting is so much easier now that it gets dark so early, honey. I'd be ready for that bed at 6:50. Next thing you know, it's time to eat. Yes, that's how I'm trying to be. I'm gonna wrap this up in 10 minutes because I'm not trying to be up any longer than I need to be. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm struggling today. When I tell you, it's because I had a overextended feast day. Like I'm just running on a lot of glycogen. I did do a 30-minute walk. Yeah, like a 2-mile walk. You're so beautiful, Colleen. Bless you. Thank you so much. I really have been digging going back to my liquid eyeliner. It's just for me. I can't wait till my hair grows out and then I can just have it like in my face. I hate having just my bare face. Like I love bangs. I like hair in my face. I love just a bushy mane around my big face because it's just like it's just so much face. I'm having a hard time just starting. I'm always saying I'm going to start. Then the next morning I wake up craving coffee. You can have coffee. And then what can I do to overcome this? I love fasting. I've done it in the past. You might want to start small. Start small. Maybe go to OMAD. Have the coffee in the morning. You could throw a little bit of full fat milk in it just to break up the blackness if that's something for you. Um, Drink water throughout the day. And then just start with OMAD. When you feel like you've mastered OMAD, maybe go ahead and get on the 36-hour wave. Or you could just suck it up, buttercup, and go to bed early. But if you have done ADF in the past, then it's just a mental block at that point. You maybe don't want it. You probably don't want it that much. No, just joking. Only when you are sick and tired of what's being served at the table will you leave it. My goals is to lose like 100 pounds. Wow. Wow. I missed most of the live. We'll have to go back and watch the replay. Yes, you will. I'm having a hard time fasting while on my period. Should I wait? If you are on your period, you can fast. It's the week before. Beaches, Bridges of Madison County, Color Purple. Oh no, I can't watch The Color Purple. That is too sad. Melanie, okay. Hi, Colleen. I love your nails and you look great. Thank you so much. They're linked down below if you're interested. I love them too. I always wanted black tips, but I finally have them before winter goes away. Yeah. Listen, if you've been on the white tip wave, then get on the black tip wave. I do want some pink ones too. I love pink. Pink is my favorite color. Pink is my favorite color. That's my Bayesian accent. I love flying fish and cuckoo. Thank you for the kind words. Will I glow like you after my 7-day ADF fast? Me likey. You will glow just like me, if not beyond. Okay? I'm wearing makeup. I'm a catfish. If you don't have a cycle anymore, you can ADF however you want. Absolutely. But once again, refer to the professionals. I'm not familiar about postmenopausal, like menopausal women. Okay. Menopausal women. So I'm not sure. I have not done any kind of research because that category technically doesn't apply to me. So I have no interest in researching it. So if you are menopausal or, past your menstruation phase, find out the best ADF or fasting protocol for yourself. How does ADF affect your cycle? Can you elaborate? It regulates your hormones. Fasting is a hormone regulator. So anything that is going on that is off kilter, it will start to adjust and balance into its proper places. Okay? It will adjust and regulate. So if you had irregular cycles, over time they'll become regular. If you have thyroid issues, eventually they'll go away. All kind of stuff happens. PCOS decreases and all that stuff because those are hormonal imbalance issues. How long would it take to lose 50 pounds while doing ADF? It could take 5 months. You could lose 10 pounds a month. Depends on how dedicated you are. If you add walking, maybe even faster. Looking beautiful, princess. Thank you so much. Yes, people should present the best version of themselves to a date. Yes, please do. Guess what? I was craving blueberries and raspberries earlier. Ooh, you got a craving. As long as you didn't eat it. I found I'm happiest eating 2 meals. 3 would be a lot, but that's my personal preference. Okay, do what you need to do. That works for you. Are you eating every 36 hours? Yes, every other day. I don't personally count the hours, but sun up to sun up. From the time I wake up to the time I wake up the next day is when I'm fasting. Okay. Okay. What if ADF? Okay. I think I read that. Problem with our community is mindset, no knowledge of self. Hmm. I can see that. I can see that. What time do I stop eating normally? I will have my meal, my dinner, um, between 7 and 8. I'll have a little sweet treat after that, maybe like 8:39, and that's it. Like, I'm done eating by 9. I'll say that. I'm done eating by 9. I never catch you live. God has used you to help me so much. Love your wisdom on things, and I can't wait for another product haul. Oh, love, love, love you, gorgeous. Thank you. Okay, hey. Okay, hey. I like that name. Thank you so much. That's very kind. I don't know if you're gonna see another product haul. Maybe on shorts. I don't know. I don't feel like editing a thing, y'all, like at all. These lives are about as much as you're getting out of me. Maybe I'll do a haul on live. I've been wanting to talk about perfumes for a minute, but we'll see. My bloating after eating on feast days is insane. Any tips? Look into probiotics. Probiotics. Which liquid eyeliners you use? I use the Epic Pen by NYX. It is primo supremo. It doesn't smudge. Doesn't move. It is pitch black. It's not sticky. It is the best eyeliner I've ever used. It doesn't run out. It doesn't get dry. I think it's called Epic Ink, and it's by NYX. I use the color black, and I got it from Target. Epic Ink eyeliner. Chef's kiss. Would buy it again in a heart. You know how long I had that one eyeliner and it refuses to like give out on me? Pitch black smoothness. Love it. Absolutely love it. A tiny bit of MCT oil or coconut oil in coffee can help a lot with fasting longer, reducing hunger, and providing energy. Yes. Oh, Lepre. I'm about to leave, actually. Do you feel cold on fast days? It is normal to feel cold. I forgot why, but it is a natural phenomenon. Colleen, when's your next live? Probably miss you already. Probably my next fast day, which would be tomorrow. It can't be Wednesday because I have my boys Wednesday. I don't like doing my lives during feast days because the time I'm live is the time I'm supposed to be having my last meal. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. I like to do them during fast days. I'm going to wait until my cycle is over to fast because I suffer from fatigue. And yes, that's fine. You would love to do a perfume live? Sure. I'll show you like my perfume collection. It's not huge, but it's just something we could talk about and be girly together because I'm into that. All right. So it's been 2 hours. It is now 9:01 Eastern Standard Time. The Facebook group is linked down below. I also still have access to the free downloadable PDF if you want to jump on the ADF challenge. It's not just for the new year. So you could download that down below. And yes, I love digestive enzymes for bloating. I use Bioptimizers, digestive enzymes. They have really good magnesium and prebiotics. Really good. And the mass zymes, great digestive enzymes. And also adding fiber. Fiber is good too. Get that bloating out of there. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for joining me. And always remember that if you don't have it, it's because you don't want it yet. But everything you do have, you wanted it bad. So how bad do you want it? You are only going to move at the pace that you need to. All right. And you're only going to leave the table when you're tired of what's being served. All right. So with that note, um, move in the direction that you are destined to be. I'm very proud of everyone for sticking along and riding on this train with me. That's awesome. I'm very proud of you. Okay. Uh, I'll see you in the Facebook ADF group soon because I'll be peeking in there all the time. All right. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.